Fala galera, tudo bom com vocês? Aqui é o Eric do Critical Hits e eu estou aqui com a Lydia Andrew numa entrevista sobre Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Então, nossa primeira pergunta, hello Lydia, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hi.
My first question is about the combat of the game. We are getting closer and closer to the modern age, and it's not cool anymore to wield a sword in the middle of the streets. So, how did you guys revamp the combat? What changes did you make to make it look to make it still feel like an Assassin's Creed game, but without swords and stuff that we used to use until last game?
Yeah. So in Victorian London, you couldn't really walk around with a sword because it was really obvious, and also at that time we had our first police force. It's the first time we had police. So in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, we focus much more on close combat, on the fist, on brass knuckles, but also we have a knife, and it's the first time the player has a revolver. So we also have a gun that you can use.
So you can use more than one bullet at a time?
Yes, you have more than one bullet in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, yes.
In my opinion, Assassin's Creed Unity was a great game that was that some of the that got a bad reputation because of the bugs and the glitches that had. But the great game itself was really good. I really liked the story and the other things about the game. How are you guys making how are you guys guaranteeing that Assassin's Creed Syndicate doesn't have this kind of problems?
So we've talked a lot about Assassin's Creed Unity in the past, and we've really focused on Syndicate in our development to focus on the core features of the game, the single player experience that we know players were really looking for. We opened the game with our bug testing and our development very early in our cycle, and we've also spent a lot of time on polishing the game, playing the game together, and really trying to get the scope right and focusing in on those core features. So we're still working very hard to make sure that we deliver the best possible player experience on Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Is that why one of the reasons that Assassin's Creed Syndicate got delayed on PC?
So I'm sorry, can you
is that one of the reasons that the game got delayed on PC?
The release date for PC is about a month after the console.
Yeah.
The reason that we have a staggered release is we're really focusing on the core features for the particular delivery, so the console and the PC. We want to make sure the players have the best possible experience based on which platform they're playing on. So we have the console release in October and the PC release in November.
What are the main news that you want to add to the gameplay in Syndicate?
One of the great things about Syndicate is the City of London and the Victorian era, because the Industrial Revolution is really bringing us into the modern age. So for us, we've had this great opportunity to have all these new vehicles, the steam engines, the steamboats, carriages in the streets. We've got the rope launcher as a new way of navigating around the city, because we're in this age of invention and mechanism. So that's given us loads of really cool opportunities in the game to do something new while still keeping the heart of Assassin's Creed in there.
I see. The grapple was one of the main additions, right? How did you guys integrate it in the Assassin's life?
The nice thing about the rope launcher is because London is a taller city, the buildings are higher than in Unity, for example. We wanted to find a really fun way of helping people navigate quickly and easily around this city. And honestly, it's really useful for navigation, but it's also just fun. I just like to use the rope launcher, so I'll go to one roof and then rope launcher to the next building, and you can air assassinate from it as well, so it's a pretty cool stealth toy. It's really good for stealth in the missions and in the open world, and it allows you to go up buildings very quickly, so you get the great views of London. We worked very hard on making sure that the functionality was smooth, and also for me, for the sound, it was really nice to have this mechanized tool that you could use to get around the city.
One of the main things I liked about past Assassin's Creed, mainly Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, was that minigame where you had the map of Europe and you had to send your assassins, train them and stuff. Is there anything like that on Syndicate?
So I can't actually tell you anything about that. I'm really sorry. We do have the gangs in London, and as part of the gameplay of London, you need to increase your influence in London and increase the members of your gang to help you take back the city. So we do have some elements that are kind of similar to that, but I can't go into too much detail about that at the moment.
I see it. Is the city of London so crowded as it was in Paris, in Unity?
We do have a very busy city, but one of our main things for London is that the streets are quite a lot wider in London, depending on which part of London you're in. If you're in Whitechapel, the streets are much narrower, the houses are close together. But if you're in the Westminster district or City of London, they're very wide streets, which is part of why we had the rope launcher in the game, because it allows you to go across the streets. But it also allows room for our horses and our carriages. So that's what makes the city very busy, that you have carriages everywhere that you can jump on, you can drive, you can get to different places in the city. So there's a lot of people, but the main new feature in terms of feeling busy and feeling the life of the city is the horses and carriages.
How was it for you guys to develop the Jack the Ripper DLC, the story about Jack the Ripper, retelling it inside the Assassin's Creed universe?
So I cannot say anything about DLC. I'm sorry, but I know we have the DLC trailer that's out there, but I'm afraid I can't give any information at this time, any more information about the DLC. But there will be more information coming in the future, and we're really happy to have the DLC, and I'm sure the players are really going to enjoy it.
All right, thank you very much, Lydia.
No problem, obrigada.
Bom, galera, eu fico por aqui, então curtam, se inscrevam, favoritem, deixem comentários e até a próxima. Tchau!